For 12 years, I lived like a human pinball, constantly bouncing between emails, deadlines, and other people's demands. I wasn't lazy. I worked all the time. But I was in a state of constant reaction, chasing the urgent, instead of building something intentional. Every morning, I woke up already feeling behind. And by the time I collapsed at night, I'd wonder what I had actually accomplished. My goals? They lived only in my mind, fuzzy, shifting, forgotten within days. I convinced myself I didn't need to write them down. I was too busy for that, too important, too focused on getting things done to waste time planning. But the truth hit hard. I was sabotaging myself. Without deliberate alignment between my actions and intentions, I wasn't building a meaningful life. I was just surviving it. And chances are, you might be living the same way. You move fast. You're always doing something. But are your efforts taking you somewhere meaningful, or are they just keeping you busy? Here's what I learned the hard way. Most of us drastically overestimate what we can get done in a single day, and we underestimate what we can accomplish in a year. The key to bridging that gap isn't more hustle, it's reflection. Intentional, structured reflection. I used to think journaling was just about recording what happened. It's not. It's about shaping what will happen. If you go through each day reacting to whatever grabs your attention, chasing small fires and dodging interruptions, you might feel productive, but you'll also feel directionless. Because without a system for aligning your daily actions with your long-term goals, you're just drifting. That's where daily journaling comes in. I'm talking about 30 to 60 minutes per day, not as a side task, but as your central system for staying focused. This isn't about becoming obsessed with productivity. It's about designing your day before life designs it for you. When you commit to a structured journaling habit, you create clarity that cuts through chaos. You take back control from the whirlwind of distractions. The most successful people I know don't stumble into alignment. They build it, one day at a time. And the foundation is daily journaling. But before I walk you through the 4-part system that changed everything for me, we need to confront the real reason your goals probably aren't working. It's not that you lack ambition. It's that you're missing a structure that keeps your goals visible, relevant, and connected to what you do every single day. So, if you're tired of feeling like you're always in motion but rarely making progress, stay with me. What I'm about to share isn't just a strategy. It's the operating system that turned my scattered hustle into intentional momentum. Now here's the harsh reality. Most people set goals, but they never build the systems to maintain them. They write resolutions in January, feel excited for a week, and then slowly drift back into their old routines. Why? Because once the excitement fades, there's no process in place to keep those intentions alive. Days are planned mentally, in between errands and meetings. Progress is only reviewed when something goes wrong. And we wonder why our ambitions feel disconnected from what we're actually doing. Here's the truth. The gap between intention and reality isn't bridged by sheer willpower. It's closed by structured reflection, daily recalibration. Think about it like this. A pilot doesn't chart a course once and then sit back until the plane lands. They constantly adjust for wind, weather, and other variables. Your life deserves the same attention. But most people spend more time planning their weekend Netflix binge than planning their own future. That's why journaling isn't just useful, it's essential. Without it, you're gambling with your time, your most valuable resource. You're hoping that scattered efforts will magically turn into progress. You're trusting that your future self will figure out what your present self refuses to define. And one of the biggest mistakes? Believing that you can hold your priorities in your head, that you'll remember what matters, that you'll stay focused without support. But your brain isn't wired that way. It's designed to respond to the immediate, to distractions, to notifications, to short-term problems. That means your goals, even the important ones, become background noise unless you externalize them through systems. Let me be clear. Relying on memory and motivation alone to achieve your goals is like trying to build a house without a blueprint. You'll make progress, sure, but it'll be messy, inefficient, and nowhere near your full potential. I've seen it happen again and again. Smart, ambitious people with powerful goals, but no daily accountability. Creative minds who know what they want to build, but get lost in the daily whirlwind. Professionals with big visions, stuck in a loop of urgent distractions. And in every case, the breakdown happens in the same place, the missing connection between intention and daily action. Because even a great plan becomes useless without regular review and adjustment. Life changes. Priorities shift. New challenges appear. If your system doesn't evolve with you, your goals will fade away like 92% of New Year's resolutions do. Not because people don't care, not because they lack discipline, but because they don't have a framework for staying clear and on track when life gets messy. The modern world is designed to scatter your focus. Social media, email alerts, constant demands, all of it pulls you away from intentional living. That's why structured journaling isn't just a productivity hack, it's a lifeline. And next, I'll walk you through the exact daily system that helped me go from chaos to clarity. So how do you actually make this shift, from living in reaction mode to designing your days with intention? The answer is a simple but powerful 4-part journaling framework. It's the system that completely changed how I approach my time, goals, and energy. And once I committed to it, everything started to align. Part 1. The Morning Clarity Session, 15-25 minutes. Your day should begin with design, not distraction. This session includes 3 quick components. First, gratitude and presence. Spend 3 to 5 minutes listing 3 things you're grateful for and one way you'll be more present today. This isn't fluffy self-help, it's mental training. It conditions your brain to look for opportunities and stay grounded through stress. Second, priority alignment. Take 8 to 12 minutes to review your bigger goals and choose 1 to 3 actions for the day that directly contribute to them. Not a giant to-do list, just the few things that matter most. This is how you make daily progress on long-term goals. Third, obstacle anticipation. Spend 4 to 8 minutes identifying what could throw you off today and deciding in advance how you'll respond. That way, when pressure builds or distractions hit, you're ready, not reactive. This morning process turns you into a proactive creator of your day instead of someone just surviving it. Part 2. The Midday Recalibration, 5-10 minutes. Halfway through your day, pause. Not to judge, but to redirect. Ask yourself 3 questions. What's working so far? What's pulling me off track? What needs to shift this afternoon? This tiny check-in can save an entire afternoon from getting lost in distractions or low-priority work. Instead of getting to the evening and wondering where the time went, you adjust in real time. Part 3. The Evening Review, 15-25 minutes. Most people skip this step, but it's where the real magic happens. Evening journaling includes: first, progress acknowledgement. Note what you accomplished, no matter how small. This builds momentum and reinforces positive effort. Second, learning extraction. Ask, what worked? What didn't? What would I change next time? Every day becomes a learning opportunity, not just another blur of busyness. Third, next day preparation. Look at tomorrow's calendar and outline a few intentions. This gives you a head start and reduces morning anxiety. The evening review closes your day with clarity and resets your mind for tomorrow. You don't go to bed carrying mental clutter. You end the day with reflection and direction. Part 4. The Weekly Deep Dive, 20-35 minutes. Once a week, usually Sunday, do a full review. Look at how your actions aligned with your monthly or quarterly goals. Notice patterns. What's working consistently? Where are you stuck? Make adjustments, not based on feelings, but on real data from your own week. This weekly ritual keeps you from drifting. It ensures that your daily habits actually stack up towards something meaningful, not just activity, but progress. Coming up next, I'll show you how to integrate this framework into your routine without it becoming another overwhelming task. Because the key to consistency isn't motivation, it's strategy. You might be thinking, okay, this sounds powerful, but how do I actually start without burning out or giving up after a few days? That's the exact question I faced. At first, I tried jumping into the full journaling routine all at once. And predictably, it failed. Not because the method didn't work, but because my brain wasn't ready for that much change overnight. What actually works? Starting small, almost ridiculously small. Week 1. Just focus on the morning clarity session and only the basics. Spend 15 minutes each morning doing 3 things. 1. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. 2. Identify your top priority for the day. 3. Predict one obstacle and how you'll handle it. That's it. It might feel too simple, even trivial, but that's the point. Simplicity lowers resistance. You're building the habit of reflection, not chasing instant perfection. And here's a tip. On days when you don't feel like doing it just right, I don't feel like doing this today, but my top priority is, and keep going. Even reluctant journaling maintains your habit chain, and that consistency is everything. Week 2. Add 10 minutes of evening review. Ask yourself 3 questions. What went well today? What would I do differently? What's my main priority for tomorrow? This process creates closure. Your brain offloads anxiety, and most people notice better sleep almost immediately. You're no longer carrying mental clutter into the night. Week 3. Introduce the midday recalibration, just 5 minutes. Around lunchtime or early afternoon, ask, am I still on track with what mattered this morning? It's a small check-in, but it can prevent hours of drift. You catch yourself before your day gets hijacked by low-priority tasks or distractions. Week 4. Add the weekly deep dive, 20 to 30 minutes every Sunday. Review your progress toward monthly goals, spot energy or productivity patterns, and notice which tasks you keep underestimating. This isn't just reflection, it's system optimization. So instead of overwhelming yourself trying to adopt a perfect system on day 1, you build momentum week by week. This gradual layering creates sustainability. You're not relying on motivation. You're building a habit that becomes part of who you are. Now, let's talk about common roadblocks. Most people quit journaling the first time they miss a day. But missing a day isn't failure. It's a data point. Use it. Learn from it. Others give up because they don't see instant results. But the benefits of journaling compound. Week 1 brings awareness. By month 3, your behaviors start to shift. And by month 6, you're operating on a completely different level. And if you're still thinking, I don't have time for this, that's the biggest misunderstanding. Journaling doesn't take time. It creates time. Those 30 to 60 minutes you invest daily will give you back 2 to 3 hours of focused productivity. You'll stop spinning your wheels on unclear priorities. Up next, I'll show you what happens when this practice becomes part of who you are, and how it transforms not just your time, but your entire relationship with yourself. Here's what most people don't realize about systematic journaling. The real transformation isn't just in productivity, it's in identity. By month 1, you're not just a little more organized. You've developed a basic level of clarity about what matters. By month 3, you begin to recognize your own patterns, what energizes you, what drains you, and where your time actually goes. You stop guessing and start adjusting with precision. And by month 6, something remarkable happens. Your goals aren't just ideas anymore. They're becoming results. You're living in alignment. At that point, you don't need motivation to journal. You want to. Because the gap between what you dream and what you do has started to shrink. And by the end of 1 year, you've become someone who doesn't just react to life. You design it. You've built what I call life momentum, a daily sense that your actions are building towards something meaningful. But here's the deal. That momentum doesn't come from journaling once a week. It doesn't come from doing it when you have time. It comes from consistency, from making reflection a non-negotiable part of your life. And the benefits go even deeper. Journaling transforms how you relate to yourself. Most people go through life barely knowing themselves. They react without reflection, set goals without understanding their true motivations, and repeat patterns without seeing them. But when you journal, you face yourself honestly. You spot your own excuses, track your habits, and learn from your choices. It's not always comfortable, but it's liberating. Because when you understand your true tendencies, you can start making choices that actually align with who you are, not who you wish you were. And that alignment? It's the foundation of lasting change. So if you've ever felt stuck in the loop of busy but unfulfilled, if you've set goals that never gain traction, or if you're tired of letting your days slip by without clear purpose, this is your invitation. Not someday, not when life slows down. Today? Because 6 months from now, you'll either be the person who took control or the person still wondering why their efforts don't match their vision. And the difference isn't talent, discipline, or willpower. It's systems. It's self-honesty. It's consistency. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just start with one small step. Begin tomorrow morning with 15 minutes of clarity. Write 3 things you're grateful for. Set your top priority. Name one obstacle, that's it. And then show up again the next day. And again. Watch what happens when your life stops happening to you and starts unfolding through you. Your life doesn't change when you get more done. It changes when you start doing the right things for the right reasons, with clarity, with intention, and with systems that support you.